Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream. Today it's the 14th of March 2026. It's 7 minutes, excuse me, past 8 in the morning here in the United Kingdom. We're in X-Plane 12 and participating in our 75th members-only Alpaca Airways group flight. Here we are in Australia, live time, live weather. It's currently 7 minutes past 7 here in the evening. The sun has just set. You can see Sydney City in the background. We're doing a crossfire between Sydney and the Gold Coast Airport. Flights around 1 hour 10 minutes. Not a huge amount of participants this month, which is understandable. This sort of time isn't suitable for everyone, being so early in the morning here in the UK and Europe. And too early for our American participants, but nice to have some of David B action here, who has been part and parcel in organising this group flight. He confirmed that the VATSIM or VATPAC would be in attendance here with ATC for our group flight today. So very nice indeed. Sorry for the slight delay at the start there. We're just managing baby and everything like that. As I mentioned, Jo, my wife, wasn't too well yesterday. She's feeling a bit better today, but not 100%. But she said it's absolutely fine to stream. So I might just dash out a couple of times on this set this morning to make sure everything is all okay. Anyway, who have we got here on the terminal? This is just stock weather, stock scenery. I'm not using X-Plane map enhancement because it's going to be pretty much a night flight by the time we get airborne, so it's just everything stock here today. Anyway, a few Qantas aircraft around, which is understandable, being Sydney. We can see Alpaca 1-2 and the MD-11, I think that's Sasha. Alpaca 3-3 November, 6 will Lima Whiskey. We've got 8471, 2 Tango Limas, 2 tons. God knows what time it is for him. 7510 on the right hand side there, Alpaca 1-4 Charlie as well. I don't know if there's anyone else spread out along the field. Anyway, latest version of the Zebra Mod 737 installed, and I did a sort of mini test flight yesterday just to take off as well. I had to get all of the banner fixed as well because as some of you well know, my new PC, I had to reset Streamlabs completely, so I've designed a new banner at the bottom for our group flights as well, which is a bit of a rush this morning. And this is actually the first X-Plane stream on my new PC, but it seems to be all working very well. I've got my settings set up as per the Q8 pilot video, getting about 60 FPS rock solid. I've capped it at 60 FPS as well, so it should be looking very nice indeed. Anyway, who have we got here in chat? Listen to me, I hope you're doing well. I hope she feels much better soon. Cheers, Steve. We're not sure if it's a stomach bug or not just feeling under the weather, but hopefully I won't catch it. How selfish of me, but I've had such a busy week at work. Sorry I've not been around much, no streams in the last week, but I've got a few days off now, maybe something on Monday or Tuesday. Who else we got here? Josiah Plays, good morning to you. Yeah, it's probably really early morning. Thank you so much for participating today, though. V-Sky Check, hope you're doing well. Hayden J. Robbins, Nathan Westhead, Gary Field, Steve, I've heard to say hello to you. Hello again. Idjit Scratch It, hope you're doing well. Yes, no F1 qualifying spoilers, please. I just watched the end of that as well. I'm a bit part and parcel of this season so far. The battery power and the fact that it's sort of they're losing speed on the straights, a bit controversial, but no, it looks like a close fight at least between Red Bull and Ferrari and Mercedes at the moment, which is really good news. David Bromwich, thank you very much for your cheat sheet as well for the group flight today for everyone to use, which is great. Anyway, let's zoom on in towards the aircraft here. I can't remember what standard on. Standard 55. Aircraft's completely cold and dark. Yeah, we'll also have to see how the Zebo mod is performing today. As I've said, I've not actually flown it since I think the last group flight, so I don't think there's actually been many updated versions. I saw that the latest one was updated sort of a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or so. So we'll have to see what's what today. All the cameras are working. So we've got MCP cam for this sector, of course, because we're in the 7.3. There's yoke cam. Here I am in my chinos and t-shirt, especially for you guys this morning. Right, let's get some electrical power onto this aeroplane. So batteries on, GPUs on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps are on, landing gear lever is down. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6 green lights, and then we check the aircraft's library to make sure all the documentation is up to date. I was doing a line check yesterday, so I was sat on this rock-solid seat all the way to Eastern Europe and back, watching the captain and first officer. Great crew, great performance. So essentially a line check is, we'll talk about it more along the sector, or maybe in Discord if you have any questions about that. Don't do too many because I live in the sim most of the time. So that was what I was up to yesterday. Right, fault and fire tests. So let's try the squibs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fault test, fault APU detector in op. And then we've got the master caution overheat detector. Let's do the fire test next. Fire warning lights, bell, wheel well, engine overheat light, and the fire warning light is illuminated. Pop on the emergency exit lights. Now, operational flight plan. Anyone on the Zebo mod know how to turn up the brightness on the tablet? We'll have to look at that because it is a little bit dim, but it's okay. But I've synced my flight plan with this, so let me just remind myself how to do it. Airside services, there we are. Load the flight plan. So OFP is loaded, 175 passengers. I'll make this a little bit bigger so it's a bit easier for you guys to see, if I can remember how. Is that as large as Avitab goes now? Hey? No, that's just popped out the window. That's not what I want. Oh no, now it's stuck as a pop-out window. How do I unpop that? I've broken it already. Right, Avitab is now a permanent pop-out window, so when I bring it up, I can see it, but you guys can't. It looks like this for me. How do I unpop that? Oh, now X-Plane's crashed. I don't think it X-Plane like that. Alright, submit report. Oh, for goodness sake. X-Plane is so... I had issues with yesterday. Streamlabs, there's been an issue with Streamlabs still. I found the fix for Streamlabs, but it's still really unstable. If I don't start Streamlabs before X-Plane, and then if I start X-Plane and Streamlabs, X-Plane crashes immediately. So you have to be really careful when streaming now X-Plane. And I have to also run this as administrator because it doesn't come up in Streamlabs. So yeah, I'm not on the remove your add-ons on X-Plane. I don't use any beta at all, and I never will. This is just X-Plane 12.4.0, but it's been an issue for months for me. And this is a complete clean version of the add-on. Anyway, look, we'll go straight there. It shouldn't take long. It'll only cost a couple of minutes, guys. But yeah, if I was to close Streamlabs now, the streaming software, and then reopen it, X-Plane just crashes. And it's been like that for months. A lot of the issues I had were related to Streamlabs, but yeah, it seems to be fingers crossed here. But I did hear the latest beta, you can't run X-Plane without any add-ons. Well, what's the point? But yeah, I don't know. It puts me off using the sim to stream, which is a shame because it has such value. But anyway, look, let's just load in. There we are. Just reconnect to Xpilot. Connect to VATSIM. There we are. Back on the network, guys. Let's start again. Avitab working now? Yeah, okay. Note to self, don't expand it. Battery on. GPU connect. Electric hydraulic pumps on, landing gear lever down, ship's library check. Yeah, we did the fire test, remember guys? Fault and fire test there, exactly where we were before. Thankfully I hadn't done any more of the setup there. So, take two. Let's go back to where we were, which is airside services. There we are, load OFP. So 175 passengers, that's what I was trying to show you. I'm afraid you're going to have to squint then, guys, because I can't actually expand this. Or use an Avigraph later. The weather's beautiful en route, departure, arrival, airport, nothing that would cause an issue. So in reality I'd take a minimum block fuel of 5.8 tons. However, we've got a really long taxi which isn't planned for. We've got 15 minutes there, plus you know, I'm sure they'll have no issues with capacity, but I'm just going to whack on 30 minutes extra fuel, guys. We're still going to be below our max landing weight. So 30 minutes of fuel, 1,200 kilos on top of this, so that'll be 6. Let's just call it 6.8. That'll be absolutely fine. So let's change this to 6.8. We've already got a 5.6 on board, so that won't take long to refuel. Activate. Oh no, sorry, that was the previous plan. We've got about 4 tons on board. So that's going to start the preloading process in the background. So airbridge is connected, and the very loud cleaners will come on board as usual. Let's just tune up Sydney ground. Oh my gosh, how many frequencies here? We've actually got Sydney delivery here. 133.8, so I'll tune that up. We actually haven't received any PDCs here today.
Yeah, back correction. When reading back your clearance, please set your bait number. That helps me a lot. Thanks.
Oh, someone's already getting a telling off.
64 Lima Whiskey PDC read back.
I've not received a PDC.
64 Lima Whiskey, go ahead.
Alright, let's just turn down X-Pilot. There we are. So that's done. Have you guys got a lot of feedback on my mic? It's coming up as warning on the feedback, but it should be okay. Where did I get to there? Motor exit lights are armed. Push the attend button. Flaps are up, which match the indicator position. Just do a config warning check. That's all like good. Flaps are up, which match the indicator position. That's all looking here. Radio tuning panels all configured and set for now. It's clean, isn't it? Gear extension doors good. Circuit breakers are all in. Voice recorder's on. Storm warning test. It's going to be a little longer to complete that test. Off. Rack SP warning test. IRS to nav. Circuit breakers are all in. Check the tech log. Aircraft's fully serviceable, and all the safety equipment's in place. Wonderful. I read that EFE brightness is under settings, not tried by myself. Oh, okay, perfect. I sound fine. Okay, great, Steve. That's what I want to hear. It came back on Streamlabs, so it was a little bit. The mic was clipping or something. So I've not had that before. Let's. Would you consider using OBS instead? Learning new software, but worthwhile. I have heard it's a bit more stable. I mean, I'm fully familiar with Streamlabs OBS. If I can copy all my scenes across, maybe. But anyway, I've just received my PDC. We'll make sure that's read back later on this frequency. They want to hear that later. Right, I'll just go the ATIS briefly. 118550. Confirm what the weather's doing. Let's have a little listen in. I've not heard this ATIS voice before.
Time check, 0818 and a half. Sydney Terminal Information Uniform.
Information Uniform.
Expect independent visual approach. Do not pass through assigned runway center. Runway tree for left and right for arrivals and departures. Independent parallel approaches and in progress. All departures must request pushback on 127.6.
Okay.
Wind, 070 degrees. 11 knots.
Such a long taxi.
Tailwind 1 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 22. QNH 1026.
So that's set.
On first contact with Sydney ground or approach, notify receipt of information uniform.
So information uniform, I'll just set an MFRA of 1020.
Time check.
1010 is fine.
And a half.
It's a very random time. Right, back over to clearance. Put the dome light on now as well. The lighting at around dusk and dawn in X-Plane is still a little bit funky in the mod. It works okay, but for example the backlighting on the MCP for the digits is really dim. So there we are. Oh yes, the bot. It sometimes used to never work in members only streams, but sometimes it does eventually come, but I think it's asleep right now. Anyway, I think we should be good now to do the warning test. No, oh, there we are. It's really delayed. Listeman Jim is wearing a shirt today, yes. Right. You can tell it's early morning, look, it's only 16 people watching. Where is everyone? Where are you? I'm half asleep. And I've come off early. I was up for about 21 hours yesterday, so I have to get this all set up after work. Right, what did I get? Got the ATIS, QNH is set. Expect runway 3 for. Well, actually, let me read my PDC. So PDC cleared to Gold Coast via Oslem 1 departure. So I think for the Oslem 1, that must be 3-4 right. Very long taxi for us. Routing, I'll just double check in a second.
Flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
It says SID flight level 50, but isn't the transition altitude 10,000 feet? It says 050, that would be an interesting one to confirm. Squawk 4326. So flight levels, I'll just share my screen here. Flight levels are usually...
for pushback, you can contact coordinator on 127.6.
Shows here 050, so that would suggest a flight level, but I'm hoping it's actually an altitude. What's your clearance? Clearance, brilliant. Anyway, I've got my squawk in. I'll put 5,000 feet, even though they said 050, and we can now set up the FMC. So I'll bring up Navigraph here instead of Avitab because it's being a little temperamental today. Another question for you, because I was actually watching a stream back. The text size here, is it clear enough for you watching the stream? I know some of you might be watching on mobile phones or something, so definitely not there, but on a TV or a monitor. I was actually watching back a stream of mine. I was thinking, oh, that's actually quite hard to see. But hopefully it's good enough. Anyway, positions in, flight plan request. Fine on your screen, great. Are you watching in a cinema or on a projector? Still means 5,000 feet, Roger, David. That's a bit of feedback for them. Usually it would display as 5. It should be written as 5000, not 050 as a flight level. Perfect, that's loaded. Activate, execute, departure, runway 34 right. And an Oslem 1. Sounds like the boarding has started. So we'll just confirm the routing here after Oslem.
22, just your bay number, please.
Just go here to plan. There we are, so Oslem will just join up to Oslem because we're not going to go via TSAT today. And then just want to check the routing against the PDC here. So Oslem. Oh yeah, so be careful, guys. The routing I'm getting on PDC is different to what. Oh no, it's not here. Oslem. Hey, Oslem. Hotel 252 Oslem. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so on the amended routing, could you just confirm the waypoint again? I can't seem to find it. I have it down as goal mode.
If Bernie might be for an older era, I'm pretty sure they're basically the same, but goal mode is the updated one.
Okay, I'm having issues here. It's Oslem, Yankee. I just want to make sure this matches the PDC here. It's nothing like the one that we were expecting. I blame Dave on that. So I've got Oslem, Yankee 193 Banda, Yankee 43 Garav, direct Gobble. Okay, no, sorry, that's all good. So it's only that Oslem sort of coordination there, but it should be all fine now. Great. Oh, do you like my new music, guys? This is my new lo-fi playlist, which Epidemic Sound updated. I mean, I know some people don't like the music, especially during these busy periods. I turned it off during takeoff and landing, but it's meant to be a little bit more cool. Yeah, so routes all okay. Arrivals then, they're going to be most likely landing on runway 14 down there. I'll just put ILS Zulu 14. The arrival, I guess Bernie 4 Victor joins up nicely with the route, so I'll just check that here. Check this against that. I was looking at this earlier. So Bernie 4 Victor via. We've got Orvex Vesok. Ooh, must be one of the approaches. Let's have a look here. I'm not going to use any of those transitions. Let's have a look at that. Let's make sure it looks good. Keep the charts up there. Zoom in. I mean, it looks okay. We've got. Oh no, crikey. Gomog takes us over there. Okay, we'll leave it for now. There'll probably be some sort of discontinuity later, but Rooney. What I'm going to do is find Rooney on the other one. There we are. When we get to remind me when we get to Rooney, we'll confirm the routing of ATC, because I think we're most likely to be positioned downwind here. Because the flight plan actually takes us to Gomel after Rooney, which is not really a good position for the approach. But we have a few airports in Europe that's sort of like this. The flight plan sort of terminates in a very inconvenient location as put for the approach. So something like that. I'll tidy it up later. Boom, done. It'll be a mess for now, but it'll at least all join up. Right, activated, executed. 038's in, 59.6, which is what I am expecting. Flight view sim brief OFP. 038, 59.6. Everyone turned up. Reserves 2.3. Cost index 30.
Destination for PDC reback, please. Say again.
Cruise level 370. Top climb winds 254 at 69. Top climb ice at 9. Go to legs route data. Make sure you deselect step or plan on the EFIS. But the average wind at the first waypoint after top of climb, which is Banda. Average wind is 250 at 43. Executes. Let's have a little look at the performance. Oh look, there's lighting's just changed in the sim. So, I've got the performance calculator up here in the background. What's going on with lighting? There's Navigraph as well. So, we're taking off runway 34 right here. There is an intersection departure available from Tango 5, not from Tango 3. You can't. I did look at it earlier. There's a slightly reduced takeoff distance from 34 right and that distance. So it's either 2,438. We'll do Tango 5. So look, the new takeoff run available is 2362. So I'll select that into the calculator. So 2362 takeoff. 34 right, 2362. The rest is all okay. Populate with the latest weather. Calculate with assumed temperature improved climb. So that's showing flap 5, full TO, and assumed temperature 54. Perfect. Flap 5, CG's in 5.47. Los Angeles, that's a long flight, flipping heck. 40, 40, 47, 40, 1, 40, 40, 41, 46, that's all okay. So speeds are fine, and they're not improved climb, and we'll set V2 up here, 146. Keep forgetting to use the MCP. There we are. Great, FMC's loaded. Your damper's on now, transfer display switch is normal auto, fuel, only the 4 pumps made it on the main tank. You put ISA, not OAT. Yeah, ISA deviation. Oh, for goodness sake, they've got a don't forget, I've spent 15 years putting in ISA deviation, Gary Field. What's happened to Zebo? Why has he changed this? This is what the PMDG does as well. We have it must be a Boeing option. We put in the ISA deviation in our FMCs. Right, I'll put on the actual top of climb then. That is muscle memory of 15 years. Right, let me have a look here for you guys. Top of climb, minus 48. There you go. Yeah. Don't know why that's different. Well, it used to be for years ISA deviation in the mod. I don't know. There we are. Crossfit's still open. Let's close that. That's all configured and set. Seatbelts on. We are pre-fueled. Yes, we are. 6.8. No llamas. That's Dave's. That's Dave's doing. We'll leave the no llama switch on for now. Cabin secure. Trim air's on. Auto. That's all set. 370 for cruise. Sea level at Gold Coast. That's all set. We'll start the APU. Great. MCP then. Pop on the flight directors. 1 and 2. The courses are set. So runway 34 right. I'll put it all the heading and boats and courses to 335. So 335. 335.
Sorry, say again.
And 335. Great, that's all set. 5,000 feet is our SID stop attitude. We've got our PDC. Water brake RTO, reset fuel flow. Trims are set. Radio tuning panels all set. Did I do the cargo fire test? I'm not sure. I'll do it now. There we are, complete. Rudder entrance 3 and 0. Happy days. Right then, we're running a little bit late because I was a bit late starting the stream, plus the X-plane crash. Where? Don't tell me better pushback's not installed. Oh, I don't think I installed it. No, it's not installed. How do I get out of this? I'm gonna have to request a straight push, and you can use. Isn't it available via power back time? I can't even self-position off this. I could if I was at 55 Bravo, just a little bit further back. Yeah, I had a little crash at the start of HMS Daring 1, but it was to do with Avitab using an expanded window and the plugin. Default pushback will let you steer the tug. How do I... Is it under here? Flight, view... How do I activate it? AI. AI controls your views? I've never seen this before. How do I do the default pushback? Shift G. Is that going to stop? I've pressed it. Let's just get the hippie on the bus. When I did my test sector, I just taxied through the building after the engine starts. Couldn't be bothered to try a better pushback. Well, I pressed Shift G, but I can't see any tug. Is it because my parking brake's set? Oh yeah, I'm going backwards. Okay, so Shift. Let me just. I'm going to release the parking brake again.
Delivery, good afternoon, ahead 4.
Press Shift G again. Oh, it's not stopping. I don't know if I'm just rolling backwards or if there's actually an invisible tug there. Right. Push back then in whatever way I can, and then we're going to hopefully face south via Charlie or Bravo Golf, cross runway 0725 Bravo Charlie, and then it's a left turn here all the way down the Tango to 34 right. We've been PDC cleared on the Oslem 1 departure, which is track 335, 500 feet right turn, interceptor at track of 023. So we've got 023 to Halas, and then we're going to make a right turn 060, intercept 038, track to Olsem. Then it's cleared. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. 5,000 feet. Just give me a second. Just have a sip of water, guys. Excuse me, guys. I'm a bit stuffed up. Right. Well, let's release the parking brake. See what happens when we get our clearance. I've just run out of water. Just give me 30 seconds, guys. Excuse me.
That's 137. Just sit again, please. That's 137. Just need a confirmation to read back the Marab 7 departure radar transition.
Yes, we have Marble 7 departure, coded transition.
Sorry about that, guys. Needs must, but I needed some more water. I'm a bit of a tickle. Right, let's get our PDC. We've covered the taxi routing and SID, and then we'll try this Shift G, set the parking brake, and hope we go from there. What on earth is going on with those engines?
That was my mistake, I wrote that in your PDC. You can contact coordinator 127.6 and ready for pushback.
So, PDC then, I basically call up and say, ready to, so they want me to read back the PDC here in Australia. Just looking at your notes here, Dave. Clearance, so I'm ready with PDC clearance, and I can tell them what stand number I'm on, can't I? Which is 55 Bravo, or just 55. Thanks, Dave. Very specific procedures in Australia. Again, remember, I'm hardwired to do things in a certain way. 2 caffeinated to sleep, 2 frustrated to continue. I'm out. Oh, sorry, 2 tons. Sorry that something happened there. Sydney clearance, hello. It's Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, ready to read back PDC.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, Sydney, delivery, go ahead.
We are on the Olsem 1 departure.
50, 40,
Squawk is
30, 20,
4326
10.
Bay 55. Thanks, Simper.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform.
A321 Neo is the best. Also morning Samantha.
127.6 Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. Cheers. Sorry, Simper, that was the worst possible timing. I was trying to read back the PDC when that came in. Thanks a lot, buddy. £5. Unbelievable. A321 Neo is the best. Absolutely not. This is the best. And my name is Sam. Thanks. I don't know why you call me Sam all the time. Thank you so much. Right, PDC read back. Coordinator 127.6. He deals with the pushback, I guess. I'm ready to go. A bit late, 6 minutes. We can accept that. Because I did have a sim crash.
For those waiting in the queue with coordinator, if you just have a look at your text messages, there's a link there, you'll be able to see your position in the queue.
Oh, there's a queue. Crikey. I'll take my packs off. Add collision lights. No, wait. What am I doing? I don't even have my clearance yet. Oh, there's a pushback. I thought I disconnected the GPU. Oh.
Alpaca 29 Tango, your engine started and you're ready for taxi?
Right, anyway,
We're ready for taxi, Alpaca.
let's see what goes on here. Simba, I guess you're... No, you
Alpaca 29 Tango.
you are taking the Airbus, I remember. You were next to me on the group flight.
121.7, that'll contact you for taxi.
Right,
Oscar Answer 121.7 Alpaca 29 Tango.
so I better just say hello. You said there was something about a number on the queue to see where people are. Oh, there's a link. There's a link he sent in chat.
Class 157 coordinator, g'day.
That website doesn't work.
Connected and you ready for immediate push?
Yeah, ready for immediate push. Crossfire.
Well, he sent a link in chat, but I can't in Xpander chat, but it's not working. A320 today. Very good choice. Change the other way. Ah, yes, that was it. That was it. Sydney coordinator. Hello, it's Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform stand 55. We're ready for push in the queue.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform coordinator, g'day. Confirm you have your pushback tug connected and you're ready for immediate push.
We're ready for immediate push. Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, I think.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, thanks. Squawk mode Charlie. Expect a 11-minute delay.
Squad mode Charlie's copied. Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. Oh dear. Alright, mode Charlie. I've got a ding dong. And he said I'm number 6. Right, okay. Well, we're ready. I mean, I'll just do a quick test by releasing the parking brake.
126.5.
Yeah, look, something is moving me backwards. I just hope I can disable it. Right, you guys are giving me commands as well, weren't you, for the pushback? I might be able to configure that whilst we're waiting 11 minutes here. In Expert 12, the default native pushback command is often unassigned, but you can assign keys to straight, left or right pushback in the keyboard settings. Crazy sarcasm. I will probably do a straight rollback here, but my concern is I won't be able to disconnect the tug. But this Shift G is doing something, unless I'm on a bit of a hill. Oh yeah, you know what? It could be. Look at the attitude. The attitude's above the horizon. It could be the fact it's just downhill. Right. Well, all sorts of weird lighting going on in the sim. I just saw those engines ahead of me illuminate green. We'll pop on the logo light as going past sunset. So why the delay? I mean, it's a large major international airport, and I see a Qantas at the whole point. Is this for flow control into Gold Coast? We'll take it. Oh, Shift G should open the ground handling. What's pushing me backwards? Gravity then. Can I get... let's have a little look here. Yeah, it's that one, isn't it? Keyboard. Search commands. Shift G. Oh, it's not picking up Shift. Pushback. Ah, pushback for airliners. Stop and go. I'll do that and see what happens with my parking brake set. Absolutely nothing. View ground handling. Lock camera. I can't see ground handling. Is that the flight? File? Developer? I don't have a ground handling option. Uh-oh. Right, move. It's the cameras. Right. I remember this ground handling thing, and it was Shift G or Control G or something like that, wasn't it? And you could connect air bridges and all sorts. Flight ground handling. Aha. Aha. Oh.
738.
Oh gosh.
Pushback straight back.
Zulu Bravo 738. Stand by. Pushback tractor is on the way.
Right. Okay, so I can only do a straight... I'll just advise, I can only do a straight push.
Alpaca 14 Charlie, Key Taxi Charlie, cross runway 25.
Right, that'll do. How do I get this ATC? Is it enter to get... or space or scroll? I'm going to have to keep this open, guys. I'll just leave it here.
Alpaca 7510, push approved.
Is that for me? 75 what? Sorry, was that Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform?
Negative, Alpaca 7510.
Ah.
Alpaca 7510.
Call size too similar.
I just go for a push, was approved for Alpaca 7510. Alpaca 7510 A-firm. How's your push approved, Alpaca 7510?
Right, Josiah, I'm going to have a word with you. It's call sign confusion. Yeah, you're going to have Alpaca 1. Next call sign, next group flight. I just heard Alpaca 75. I was like, oh. So he said at 8:36 we had 11.
75 Alpha uniform. If you're still in this frequency, you should be on coordinator 127.6.
127.6. We'll head over Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Bye. That's what I was. Now I'm confused. Wait, hold on. I was on 127.6. What happened? Oh, I'm confused. I was on that frequency. Oh, look, the tug's arrived. Hello, tug. It's an absolute tank of a tug. Oh, the menu. Right, so this has changed my frequency. Oh. So, I've got to turn this off because it overrided my frequency. Is it going to tell me? Oh, now we're going to get this every 2 seconds, aren't I? I need to disable this as well. What's all this do? Non-ATC. Other aircraft. Flight. Oh gosh. I don't want this over. It's going to override my frequency again. Once you start your push, you can steer the tug with your pedals. That's good to know. Good to know. Then I just press stop. It's going to go like this now for the next 5 minutes. But he said we're what was it? 9-minute delay, and it's now been 9 minutes since he told us 9-minute delay. So right, Note to self: install better pushback. I think in X-Plane, I mean I could go get it now, but I think you have to.
Alpaca 71.
I think you have to restart X-Plane for plugins to be recognised.
121.7 Alpaca 71. Good day.
Shut up. Anyway, getting there. Slowly but for surely. Oh, I was waiting for someone to use that list of bin. I hope it doesn't give up after sort of a set time. Better pushback has been updated. Wonderful. Wonderful, as long as it was installed.
Sydney coordinator, g'day, United 70 Heavy Bay International 5-1, United 870 Heavy coordinator,
Release parking brake.
Pushback tug connected and you ready for immediate push? Okay, send me United 870, thanks, you
Right.
can expect a
16 minutes late now. I know, Steve, the fun of simming on a new system, yes. There's Alpaca 71 pushing back anyway. Again, I guess it's just flow control into Gold Coast as to why we're delayed. But we've covered everything. APU's running. We took a little bit of extra fuel. Flight time is an hour 10 minutes. Oh, could this be us? Qantas is BA. Old school flight deck sim livery, nice to see. But yeah, it's like there's not taking off. So I mean, it's definitely not capacity issues here in Sydney. It's fully staffed.
Sydney coordinator, g'day, Qantas 73 for international turn request push. 73
Cheers,
Sydney coordinator, g'day. Just confirm you have your pushback tug connected and you're ready for immediate push. Over, I'm ready for immediate, corner 73 super.
Also,
thanks.
this must be an X-Plane optimization thing. New PC build, running really well. My current FPS is this. 34 FPS, what is going on? And is this being my CPU limited here, looking at those numbers? 34 FPS with a Ryzen 985090. Must be something to do with the scenery. I actually have an FPS counter up here which you guys can't see. Show 36. I look up, it goes to 60.
Can expect an 11-minute delay.
Something is really tanking the FPS. It's a bit laggy as well.
Station Sydney terminal information, Victor, the only change, wind at 05.
Well, he did advise a... How many minute delay was it for me? Did he say 11 minutes? So that was... He said I'd be... Was it 9-minute delay or 11 minutes? Because it was 36 minutes, but it's coming up to 12 minutes now since he sent me the request. So it's the delay is a little longer than advised. Ah, it's like real life.
Ground at the Qantas 5400 stand 7, request pushback with information, Victor on board.
Yeah, I think it could be something to do with scenery. And I remember, is it Schiphol and X-Plane HMS Dairy 1 really hurts FPS? It's smooth and whatnot, but, you know, should be able to push out 60 FPS. My settings aren't even maxed out in X-Plane.
Qantas 5400, thanks, squawk mode Charlie, and you can expect
So I actually squared my own Charlie, I did, yeah.
Charlie,
So he's been given a 13-minute delay. I think that ramp controller's given up asking me to release parking brake. I've heard a wise person say once, a system that can run X-Plane smoothly doesn't exist. Yeah. I mean, it's running, but 34 FPS. itch it, scratch it. Vacuum traffic injection makes very little difference in X-Pilot because the quality of the textures isn't great. It's not like it makes a big difference in Microsoft Flights and V-Pilot, but they're okay. They're acceptable for me. It's only when you're really close up they don't look that great.
50,
I don't know.
40.
Very kind of you, Frenchy Fish. Thank you for the $5 Australian there, sir. Thank you.
for 78. Thanks.
What kind of centre do you want to talk to en route?
Oh.
We've got both kinds, Melbourne and Brisbane.
Well, I don't know. Am I missing something there? Or is that just a default question regarding who we're going to talk to? I don't know. En route, I think I'm looking at the centre controllers. We have Melbourne Centre and what's Gun? Melbourne, but only Melbourne Centre's online, so I'm guessing Melbourne Centre, Frenchy Fish.
402 coordinator, g'day. Just confirming.
Thanks a lot for your donation, sir. Most kind.
Alright, and we're ready.
Just up 402, thanks. You can expect a 15-minute delay.
V-Sky Check still fighting X-Plane v Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, I like both sims, but yeah, I've only got 34 FPS here in Sydney default. French Fish, we've only got 2 Melbournes. There's the southern half of the country, Brisbane, the rest of the Oceanic.
Calling before nothing, break, Qantas 137. Monitor ground 121.7. They will contact you.
Right, well, my 8-9 minute delay is now turned into almost a 20-minute delay. I don't want to ask. I think everything's being coordinated. Could he have called you when you're on the wrong frequency? It was only for about 30 seconds. I could message him.
Coordinator, it's Alpaca 12 stand 3. It's ready for push and tag is attached.
If I missed the call, he would have definitely DM'd me. Well, I'd say definitely. I'm sure he would have DM'd.
Alpaca 12, thank you much. You can expect a... Sorry, you can expect pushback at time 0909.
0909, thank you.
Got a TOBT. I should think it's probably David 757. It could be world objects. I mean, I don't have them set to maximum. I think they're set to high in my settings. Where you have Sydney over there, and staring over at Sydney. Look, 40 FPS. If I look over here, well, it's about the same everywhere. To be fair, I mean, the thing is, it's smooth. You can't tell. But you know, 31 in the mod.
Coordinator, good evening. New Zealand 112 and international.
Oh, hello everyone.
326 ready for push.
New Zealand 12.
Well, I was hoping to be on approaching Gold Coast now.
Pushback at time 0901.
Oh, look at all the... I've completely stopped. I've stopped all operations. My anti-collision light's not even on. Carry on.
New Zealand 112. Sorry, just confirm you have your pushback tug connected and you're ready for immediate push.
Oh, I've got a ding dong. No, he got a ding dong.
He's on 112.
I've stopped Sydney Airport. Oh dear. How many release parking brakes have I had now?
Alpaca 75 Alpha
Yes.
uniform, thanks for your patience. Monitor grounds 121.7, they'll contact you for push.
121.7, no problem. Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Bye. Yay.
See you, mate.
See you, mate. G'day. Shrimp on the barbie.
Day 5.
He's got. Well, I'm leaving. Good luck, Sam. Thank you. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Almost there, guys. So he said monitor, so I'll listen out. I'll give him 5 minutes, then I'll call him. Fingers crossed for this pushback as well. I really don't know how it's going to go, but Dave did. But
Alpaca 71.
David mentioned I can use the rudder to steer, so let's see how we get on with that.
Alpaca 71, contacting tower 120.5. 105, Alpaca 71.
Put that on standby. Shrimp on the bar with them fighting words. Prawns!
Taxi, Golf, Charlie, cross runway 25, Bravo 10, hold shot Sierra.
Steve, if I go for yeah, release the parking brake, end up in the terminal. Don't. Then we've got to turn off all of this default ATC. Right, anyway, I need to make a note. Download better pushback. Stream. My fault, guys. There we are, I've made a note. What's the delay?
Release parking brake.
I'm working on that. I mean, there's two alpacas trundling down to runway 34 right. Jetstar about to touch down and a Qantas about to take off. It's not exactly super busy. Yeah, FBA is being soaked up by the AI car traffic. Yes. Oh gosh, my mother-in-law's dog's here. Dylan, everyone.
Release parking brake.
Doorbell's going off. Just make sure everyone's answering. Can you hear that? Hi, Dylan. Yes, door's been opened. All is okay. I have a camera on my phone.
Release parking brake.
So, I was advised a 9-minute delay for pushback at time 36. That would suggest we would have been pushing back at 45. It's now 57, so 12 minutes past what I was told I'd get pushback at. I mean, is...
124, request taxi for domestic base with BA.
I don't know.
It's 124. Unfortunately, bay 58 is already occupied. Do you want
Sorry.
bay 59? Bay 59, affirmative.
Are you sure I don't have to contact him? I mean, he definitely said someone would contact me. Did any of you have to? Did any of you have to contact him?
Bravo, cross 25, Charlie 2 to the bay. That's 124.
We'll have to see. Yep, they'll have to get their compensation claim system in, but that's, well, in Europe, it's over a 3-hour delay. So we've got some time. Well, we're all sat here chill, listening to lo-fi music. 28 minutes late. It's been ages since we've been this delayed on a group flight before. Oh, come on.
Release parking brake.
I mean, if the frequency was jammed like it is on VATSIM events, I'd understand, but it's... Yeah, I'm on the right frequency, 1217. Yeah, that was the one I was told to monitor.
Senegal, Qantas 237, holding shut up Sierra.
Release parking brake.
237, you're actually on Sierra and you can contact Senegal 120.5.
Well, I said I'd give it 5 minutes, and we've been monitoring this frequency for 5 minutes now. I might just give him a nudge. Sydney Ground, hello. Sorry, it's Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, stand 55. We're told to monitor this frequency for push about 5 minutes ago.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, AFIRM, push approved.
Push approved, thank you, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. I think there might have been a little no message sent. Right, air conditioning packs off, anti-collision lights on. Parking brake is set for now, transponder out off, checks complete. Right, we're going to push back, face south. Let's see what happens. Reaching the parking brake. Here we go. Oh my god, he's quite fast. I can't steer at all. I can brake, but there's no steering.
New Zealand 112, push approved. Pushback approved. New Zealand
Right,
112.
well, I've lost my wingtips as well. Let's now try nose
5400, push approved.
left.
Push approved. About 600.
No, it's still going straight. Stupid thing. Right, starting engine number 2. Just got to make sure we're on the right frequency still. We'll just have to do a straight pushback. The brakes work at least. Shit, I'm going to shear the pin off the tug though. N2. Oil pressure, M1. Fuel on. Right, stop.
Stop here.
Alright, I'm just going to set parking brake.
Disconnect. Pushback completed.
Yeah, go away. I don't want you anymore. I want my better pushback. And Rowdy Brian. Alright. Right, is that all good? It's not going to do anything else. Right, starter cut out, monitoring 2, 24632, stable, starting 1. Yay! Sydney starts working again. Course carnage. N2. There we are, oil pressure, N1. No, sorry, I'm doing fuel on. Check the spar valve. Dim bright off.
Station calling cross enemy. United 7.
The lighting now is perfect in the sim. It's just that, you know,
United 870.
dawn,
Alpha
dusk
cross
time.
runway
It's just not quite right.
25, hold short, Juliet.
Yeah, absolutely. Better pushback is the best pushback tool in any sim. Agreed. Starter cut out, monitoring engine 1 and 2. 1 and 2 stable.
870, actually hold short 25. Hold short 25, United 8.
Perfect.
Corner 73 bar with Victor
Set.
contracting.
Flight controls. Forward.
With that corner
Back.
54
Left. Right. Rudders. Right. And
Negative, corner
left.
73
Perfect. What's happened to my rudder pedals again? I've got this bit of wood now, because last stream, I don't know if you remember from the A340, I had a slight rudder issue. So I've got my rudder pedals jammed in now, so they should move. Now I'll check some please.
Corner 54.
Is the tug gone? Yeah, tug's gone.
Domestic 1, hold short, Charlie 1. Domestic 1, hold short, Charlie 1. Contact 5400.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, pushback complete from Bay 55, request taxi.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, taxi Charlie, cross runway 25, Bravo 10, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Charlie, cross runway 25, Bravo 10, hold short Sierra, Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Okay, Charlie, cleared across runway 25, Bravo, Bravo 10.
Station calling stand.
And then hold short of Sierra. Oh, hold on. Bravo 10 this way. Whoops. Then I just want to make sure Sierra.
And quarter 550, ready for
Let's just see where Sierra is. Bravo 10. I've got Tango here in uniform. There's Bravo. I've got several Bravo 10s. Where's hold short Sierra?
Runway 25, Bravo 10, hold short Sierra.
Bravo 10, hold short Sierra.
Bravo 10, hold short Sierra. Quarter 5.
Sometimes these markings aren't the clearest on here. Let's have a look at the airport. Ah, there we are. There's Sierra here. Understood. The default charts aren't always the clearest, look, so you can't actually see Sierra on here at all. Alright, anyway. Turn off the taxi lights on, release parking brake, config, checked, no config warning on, let's go.
Alpha 12 Yankee, you can taxi Juliet Yankee, cross runway 25, hold short golf.
On our way guys, a bit late, but 35-minute delay, yeah, we've had a lot worse.
Runway 25, hold short of golf. YS12 Yankee.
Ground, Star 124, requesting IFR clearance for the Gold Search with Victor.
Beautiful.
Yes, Star 120.
That's a shame because my airborne time I had a beautiful sunset plan, but Mother Nature has taken over now and it's completely dark.
I believe I forgot to file a flight plan, just Star 124, I'll do it now.
Oh, Vienna, David. My memory's hazy, but I do remember, wasn't it there? We had, yeah, it was horrific delays. But I think we tried to take part in a huge busy event.
Onto runway 25, Yankee, hold short golf.
Oh yeah, GSX, Steve, with the map function is great. I mean, it's essentially better pushback, you know, not more flexibility. I used that for the last stream in the A340.
New Zealand 112, you've overshot taxiway golf, taxi hotel, golf 2, hold short golf.
Alright, here's Charlie, cleared to cross runway 25, confirm reback Jim, yeah, clear left, clear right. Just pop on the strobes. Quite a long taxi as well.
Station calling earlier taken. 200 Horn Switch Charlie 54,000, taxi Charlie cross runway 25.
There we are.
Hold short Sierra.
Beautiful.
Apologies for that, kind of cut out there.
Pop off the strobes. Oh, now on Charlie.
54,000 cross runway 25, traffic 10.
So there's a little wiggle here. Oh, there's an Alpaca 7.4 there. That's a really cool livery. Aura. Isn't that something young kids are always doing about Aura points? Getting Aura. It's 400 there. Oh gosh, we need a 400. I've not flown the 747-400.
Any ground, just 212 requesting taxi.
Right, and then left. Gosh, it's a bit overgrown. Someone needs to get the old trim hedger here.
173, follow the United Boeing 777 in front. Great. United 870, taxi Alpha, cross runway 25 to holding point Alpha 6, runway 34 left.
Alright. So this is actually over a road. Although, albeit that'd be quite scary. They're not going down the ramp, but not bad for yeah, this is a default airport, guys. It seems to be really well modelled. I mean, we've still got so long to go, guys. We've got to make it's like Amsterdam. We've got left here and then all the way down here to 3-4 right. What runway are they using right now in real life? Is this for noise using runway 3-4 right?
Taxi Bravo, cross runway 25, Charlie 2, hold short domestic 2.
Next left Bravo 10.
Taxi Bravo, cross runway 25, Charlie 2, hold short of domestic 2, just 212.
New Zealand 112, taxi
Okay, next
golf,
left
hold
Bravo
short
10.
Taxi Golf, hold short Yankee, New Zealand 112.
Bit of braking.
Station calling to.
Alrighty. Be halfway there by the time you finish your taxi, I know. Well, I should be halfway there. My off-block time was 39 minutes ago. Alright, so now we're coming up to Sierra, which isn't on that chart I showed you here, but it is here, look. Sierra's the next run. So we're trying to hold short Sierra.
Push approved, 441.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform on Bravo 10 holding short Sierra.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, contact Sydney Tower 120.5.
120.5 Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform pilot. So he's obviously responsible for taxiing at this part of the airport. Sydney Tower, good evening. So Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform on Bravo 10 holding short Sierra.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, tower taxi on point Tango 6, runway 3, 4 rights. And just come to Squawking 4236.
Tango 634 right, our squawk is 4326. AFM Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform negative, it's 4236.
Sorry, 4236 coming down. Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. 4236. Oops. Alright, perfect. So he's cleared us now to go Tango 6. So that's the right here. Then the first right again, so Tango's all the way down basically. And Tango 6 is full length. All the way down the parallel taxiway. Maximum speed, guys, on a taxiway. You should all know that. Most of you here have been watching my streams for a long time. Most of you are hardcore viewers. Actually, yeah, I actually set the squawk wrong on purpose, guys. As you well know, I like to do these little things. No one spotted it. It's a shame. Shame. Well done, Scottish Design. That's the one. 30 knots. Which will accelerate to once we're on the parallel taxiway. About 30% M1, both sides. Quite light today. Well, reasonably light. 175 passengers. 7 tons of fuel.
It's 521 city time.
Now we are 30 knots. Shouldn't take us long. Now we're doing this speed on the parallel taxiway. Let's do the before takeoff checklist. Config checked. Flaps 5 green lights. Stab trim we've got 5.5 units set. Takeoff briefing. Pax auto bleeds on. V speed set for departure. We've got 40, 41, 46 on the MCP. The departure is going to be Olsem 1 departure, climbing straight ahead, right turn to, well, not initially Olsem, it's Hallas, then Olsem, climbing to an altitude of 5,000 feet. NADP2, engine outside, we'll just climb straight ahead over the bay, 3,000 feet. Reviewed, cabin secure, checks complete. And I've just realised I completely forgot to set up New Sky.
521, runway 3 for left, cleared line.
Can I do that now? I'll try. Book flight. I don't know if this is going to work, guys, if I'm moving. Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. I'll try it. I want my award. Right, Sydney, Gold Coast, Boeing 738. I need to say I'm pushing back from 10 minutes from now. Departure time, I'm going to have to put 9:24.
It's 550 city time.
Book flight. Oh my gosh, it might actually work.
Sorry, disregard.
Okay, I've started the flight, guys. It seems to have worked. There you go. Happy days.
Sydney Tower, good day. Qantas 5400 information Victor.
Right, there's the whole point for the Cat 2, Cat 3, which is not what we're using today.
5400 tower low taxi.
Oh, I'm not too busy looking at the chart. Tango 6 is here. Second left. Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, Tango 6 ready for departure.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, thanks, runway 3, takeoff.
334 right, cleared takeoff, Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Cleared takeoff, guys. Auto throttle LNAV. Tara. Weather radar's on. So MCP set, transponder TARA, strobe lights are on, landing lights on, cleared takeoff, runway 34 right. Keep it on the roll. We can do a sort of rolling departure because we've got the figures from Tango 5 anyway. So remember the yellow line is for exiting the runway, so you can sort of overshoot it. Enter how you wish. Timing.
Yeah, 870 heavy tire line up runway 3 for left.
Try to line up on the centre line, Sam. Dogs in chat. Let's go to Gold Coast. Stabilised. Set takeoff.
783 Alpha 6 ready.
919. Takeoff thrust set indications normal. Bit of left rudder coming in.
80 knots.
Checked.
That's the 478 tower low taxi out by Tango 6 runway 3 for report ready.
Hands off. as we go. Gosh, that looks like field length limited.
Runway 3 for left, takeoff.
Wings level. Here's give it up.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Contact departures going.
Departures, Alpaca 75 uniform. Bye.
400.
LNAV. We'll be starting this turn at 500 feet.
1000.
Bug up. V2 plus 15, flat 1. I don't know what this departure frequency is. Again, the nose should be a little bit lower to help it accelerate. It's coming down, but very slowly. Very trim. I'm having to trim a load. It's like how the PMDG was. Wow. There we go. I'm finally in trim now. That must have been like 3 or 4 units. Command A. 23-0, thanks Dave.
783, line up runway 3 left.
Let's turn the old X-plane down here slightly. There we are. Departures, hello, it's Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform passing 3,200, 5,000 feet on the Olsen 1 departure.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, city departures, good evening, identified. Cancel switch, we're direct to Banda, climb flight level 280.
Route direct to Banda, climb flight level 280, Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Perfect. Banda.
Descending for 10,000 on the river for arrival.
A free speed Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Perfect. 280 checked. Set standard. MF4A. VNAV. Passing 44 flight level 280 after takeoff checklist. In climb, as long as it's Class A airspace, you can delete the speed restriction, and that's the most efficient climb speed. So straight to 309 knots at this height is not a problem. After takeoff checklist. Gears off. Auto brake off. Air conditioning and pressurization. 2.0 climbing. Set. Release the cabin crew. Now temperature standard set. Passing 55 level 280. After takeoff check is complete. So VNAV level change, if you're accelerating, it should command a much lower attitude than this. It shouldn't be climbing at 2,000 feet, probably about 800, 900 feet per minute max. This acceleration, this attitude it's set to accelerate is too low. Again, it used to always be fine. But it is accelerating, but much slower. If I just go VS temporarily and set sort of 850, this is the behaviour now in level change and VNAV when accelerating. It should be something like this. There you go. So that's the correct sort of attitude. But I'm in VS, look, I've had to set this manually, but this is the attitude it would typically set when accelerating. And we go back to VNAV now as we approach our cleared level. Alright. There we are. And now my FPS should be building as we leave Sydney behind. Yeah, 45 is still pretty. It's going up and up, but yeah, I'd expect it to be a bit higher than that. And I've not maxed any settings. Great. Anyway, what's our ETA? Using reserve fuel. We've got this still this full routing in. 3.3. Oh, what did we need for Brisbane? 2.3. Yeah, that's a bug. It'd only say using reserve fuel if your fuel on arrival dropped below 2.3. It says 3.3, so I don't know why it's saying using reserve fuel. Great, 10:16. Just under an hour. Alright, cool. Crazy sarcasm. Is it common to get directed off a SID? I'm not sure I've seen that before. Oh, very common, extremely common. If traffic permitting, you know, they'll route you direct to the end point of the SID or a waypoint en route. Yeah, absolutely. I'd say, crazy sarcasm, you know, only complete the SID in full and probably 5% of the occasion. So every stream I'm typically vectored off it, unless there's no ATC sort of thing.
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha, descent by start of 6,000, the Pacific QNH 1036.
You know, good job by the agency, very professional so far. The only sort of thing was, you know, told to monitor that frequency. I think I would have been monitoring it definitely. Unless I'd actually checked in, so we're ready. Yeah, there's a lot of trim required to keep that whilst I was accelerating there, much more than usual. Sort of how the PMDG was. Anyway, I was tempted to fly this stream sort of behind live time so we could enjoy this sector, but I just wanted to go live for this one. Don't do many night flights. But yeah, there we are along the east coast. Oh gosh, behind post-cruise checks, fuel 4 pumps. We've got just under 6 tons, lights, logo. AP's off, pressurisation 4.2, climbing set, belts off, recall, checks complete. Oh, do we have CPDLC now in the mod? We do, don't we? And who are we talking to? 123.0. Let's have a look here. Oh, I was talking to a 123.0. They are not up on vPilot. Interesting. I've just lost them on vPilot. I don't know if he's just disconnected or had an issue. Anyway. Can hear people talking.
400 climbing 1,000, 700 for 5,000. 5400 Sydney departures, good evening, identified. Climb by SIP, level 2.
That's weird. So vPilot, I'm on 123.0, but on the controllers in range, there's no 123.0 there.
5400, cancel search, clear direct commander.
So Qantas chasing me down anyway. Not being an air. Oh no, Qantas have 7.3s as well, don't they? SMCP cam.
3, cancel seat, turn left heading 240.
Why not? With my blue neon camera frame. Ah, got you, David. Most of the frequencies are coupled. Got you.
Left 240,
I'm with you.
550, cancel speed restrictions.
Steve Jenkins, good morning. You're having a lazy morning, catching a group flight. Welcome on board. Thank you very much for tuning in. Here we are on the east coast of Australia. Live time, live weather. 9:22 Zulu, which is the precise time here in the United Kingdom as well. I like living on the Greenwich Meridian. Time in Sydney is 8:23 in the evening. Gold Coast, I think, has a slightly different time zone. Yeah, they're 7:23. They're an hour behind Sydney, Gold Coast. Yeah, nice to be in Australia again. Just because obviously at the time I usually stream is sort of evening UK times, sort of maximum viewership. David, hello. 70 bubs. Have you found all your Easter eggs yet? So we're in Dave's Alpaca Zippo livery, Victor Hotel. I've seen the cell called Beer, the llama sign, and the fact that every one of my passengers is staring at the Sydney Opera House, including the cabin crew. But now that's a flight deck I've just spotted now. Any more? Thanks. There's another at the galley. Right. What am I looking at? These textures. That's just a bit of stuff there. These textures are very... I mean, it's 3D, but... I can't see. I can't see, Dave. Floor looks like a 737 galley floor. Oh, there's classic black circles behind you, but that was 10 seconds ago. Right. No, I can't. with the texture so low, it's amazing how poor the FPS is. I mean, it is at 60. Yeah, look, so now it's hitting my cap. So obviously close to the ground in Sydney. If you look at the top left, there's something there. I'm now, yeah, 60 FPS. I'm using Nvidia's cap limit of 60 FPS because X-Plane doesn't have an inbuilt one. So yeah, en route, fine. Just on the ground there. On the shelf behind the L1 door. Ah. Oh yeah, can't.
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha, descend by side of 3000, leave Nasho heading 060.
On the shelf by the L1. Like that, excuse the textures, I can barely read that, but I think that does say Alpacola. Brilliant, very good. The textures in the galley, I couldn't see it. Very good, Dave, thank you. Well, I think this is the first time I've flown the Australian registered here. I mean, how many aircraft have we got based in Australia? Alpaca Airways? I think it's around 1,500. Every generation of jet. I think the last flight we did in Australia on a stream was Concorde. I think we crossed Australia. Did we actually land at Gold Coast? I can't remember. Somewhere on the East Coast. That was a lot. That was some time ago now. Yeah, 60 FPS now en route, absolutely fine, which matches my frame output in the streaming software. But looking good, you know, just level change VNAV, the attitude at which it climbs up was the only sort of main thing I noticed that was not quite right. A little bit too high in attitude, which meant acceleration was quite slow. Approaching our cleared level now, so we'll go vertical speed, just set 1,000 feet per minute. And we'll request further climb. Was that for us?
135 joint final runway 34 left. From that heading cleared independent visual operation of below 1,500 until established on the paddy.
Turn left heading 360 cleared.
Thanks, Josiah. That sounds like I missed a call.
Below 1,500 North C562.
Sorry, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, I think I missed you there. Approaching flight level 280.
75 Alpha Uniform, contact center 130.9.
Sorry, just one more time, please.
Center 130.9, good night.
130.9 at Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. Good night.
Yeah.
Ciao. Bye.
124.4 Alpaca 4 in Foxtrot. Thanks for the service. Have a great day.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform Center.
Hello, just checking in. Approaching flight level 2802 Banda, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform.
75 Alpha Uniform. Hello, time to flight level 370.
Climb level 370, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. Set VNAV. Passing 20370, 370 is set. FMC, MCP, overhead panel, and we'll just verify we're monitoring 1215.
Contact 184 established, 19 left.
Perfect. Oops.
Station calling second.
Contact
Great.
184 established, 19 left.
Great, Steve, your EFIS panels are out for delivery. Wonderful. Well, I'll get rid of mine now, seeing that we're actually in the cruise, or climbing up to our final cleared level. So not a huge amount of manipulation required, and not a huge cruise either, quite a short sector. As soon as we get to top of climb, we'll start setting up for the pilot's approach from Route 14.
That was actually for Jetstaff 419.
Jetstaff 419, A50, decline to flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, Jetstaff 419.
So thanks to everyone that participated. Obviously, this time of day is not suitable for a lot of people, but obviously David, who's an active participant in as many group sites as possible, we've got to give him the opportunity to take part as well. So it's a lovely time, obviously, for anyone in Australia this evening. Let's have a look here on route traffic. There we are, look. So we should be up here somewhere, but we've got a few alpacas behind us by the looks of it. Oh no, Qantas is. Oh no, I'm being. Oh no, there's no alpacas. 2 alpacas and a Jetstar. But I should have been amongst the fray here. There's Edo. It is MD-80.
Sorry, station calling, readability is here.
Tango.
Yeah.
Nice to few here.
Melbourne Centre, star 536.
Alright, David, aircraft ahead got the Bernie 4 Yankee Star, which ends at the RP Yankee 14. Okay. And they can sequence modify the FMC to follow on to an ILS. Yeah, we can fly the RP approach. So we got RMP. Oh, so Yankees authorization required. Oh, really? So we actually have approval to fly some approaches with authorization required. So I've got RMP Zulu. So Bernie 4 Victor is what we've planned for. So yes, I see how it terminates at Indy, Nikki, or Kerry, really. And yeah, initial approach. I mean, that would be the most efficient approach. I mean, we could try an authorization required one. At my operator, we can fly them. Obviously, you've got to make sure you have the approval for that particular approach, and we fly our RMP at 0.3. Let's try it. Don't do these often. So RMP Yankee, runway 1 field via Kerry. Let's try it. Rooney. So after Rooney. Oh gosh, where's that Rooney? Oh, we need this Chuck and Kerry points. Oh, Fickle, there we are. Fickle. That's better. So that's probably the most efficient route, to be fair. Well, let's do an RMP authorization required approach. So yeah, I mean, since I started streaming, a lot's changed in my airline with regards to the top approaches we can fly. RMP approaches are very common now and allows airports to not have to install expensive ILS facilities. And a few of these are authorization required. It's usually because they have some sort of point. What's the word I'm looking for? Some arc on it, which requires the aircraft to be tested and flown. Now I'm just actually looking at the guidance from my operator regarding authorization required approaches. So I haven't actually ever flown one on the line. You set it up like any other RMP approach, but there's just some additional pointers that you need to look at. Did I say weapons range? Awesome. Excellent.
Captain 7468, taxi to the bay. Qantas G37, runway 35, clear 2 lanes.
This controller's covering a huge area here.
Station, standby.
He's gone off to the toilet.
Captain 7468, taxi to the bay.
Steve Jacobson, there's a waypoint ahead called
Wonka.
I wonder if that's where the chocolate factory is. Probably the Australian version. But boy, I hope Alpaca Airways has the authorization required for RMP4 Yankee. Yeah, I've just approved it now. Josiah, what are you flying again? You probably can't do authorization required approaches. And the reason we have the RMP Yankee is for noise abatement over expensive real estate. Oh, we don't want to upset any Australians. Keep the residents happy, the virtual residents. But yeah, I guess it will shorten the approach considerably. Approaching 370 now anyway. Top of descents. Just around 140 miles away. But boy, Jet, you did a good job getting an early slot. So my operator, we have to monitor it carefully, and we use progress page 4 for that, so you can monitor the cross check area, so it doesn't exceed half the RMP. So 0.3 is the authorization, the RMP required. And I remember RMP and AMP. It's just you have this here. AMP is your aircraft's estimation of its position. cross-track area is your deviation from the magenta line. So the aircraft knows where it is within 0.01 mile, which is typically what you always see. There we are, 370 in the cruise. Have a quick panel scan once you're here. Belts are in auto. It's good. Pressurization's fine. Lights are configured. LNAV, VNAV. We select max continuous thrust in the cruise at operator, and we can preset the QNH as well. QNH in Gold Coast is 1024. Great. Top descent 130 miles. So we'll start setting up 100 miles on top of descent. Like I said, we'll fly the RMP authorization required approach. That's Edo getting his descent in the MD-80 as well. Lovely. Oh guys, I have some new replay music. I can't find the original one, the funky one, but I've got quite a cool one. I need to utilise this sound pack I pay for, or the licensing I have for this Epidemic sound. It's quite cool. Do you want a little taste of the replay music? It's very Tron, very 90s. 80s, 90s. Have a little listen to this, guys. I really like this. What do you think for the replay? Some really good tracks on this library as well. Could be a bit Marmite, love it or hate it. Reminds me of Miami Vice. But we'll try it today. Simbear, loved you, Sky. Tells me I have incorrect flaps when I didn't. Oh yeah, that old chestnut. Don't believe you. Should have stuck with the Boeing. Yeah, 80s vibes. Yeah, Miami Vice. Very cool. That's it, we'll try it today.
250 knots on descent, Alpaca 71.
Awesome. So yeah, guys, if you're interested in what I did yesterday, yesterday with a line check. So a line check is basically line crew obviously have to go in the simulator every 6 months. In a year period, they conduct what they call an LPC and an OPC. And the LPC renews their type rating, instrument rating. The OPC is just operating proficiency check. And on top of that, all crew members annually have to complete a line check. Now, what a line check is a 2-sector day where a training captain, sort of like myself and my qualification, sat on the jump seat and you monitor a crew do 2 sectors, both as pilot flying, and then they obviously swap and do pilot monitoring. Additionally, on top of that, they have to do a non-precision approach each. So if there's an ILS, they can't do that unless weather permitting. They've got no choice. Then we can accept just a briefing. So 2 non-precision approaches, and you just have to monitor their performance basically. Grade them on core competencies, and there's SOP points as well. So they can have up to 5 SOP points. 6 is what they call a partial pass. It's not per SOP failure because it's got so many SOPs, but they're sort of more. An example would be, let's say on a non-precision approach, they got a bit low, 3 reds or a terrain caution. That would be an SOP point, for example. But you can also fail a line check as well. The failure line checks are any time you have to intervene for safety reasons, and a few other exceptions as well. But obviously, very rare. I've not done a huge amount of line checks, to be really. I've done, count on one hand how many I've done. Did one yesterday. I know the crew very well. It's very formal, but you know, in the cruise you're not sat there with a clipboard. You're just sort of chatting away there. But yeah, if you have questions about that, I'm happy to answer those. If you have them in Discord too. No, I only have this music, Steve. So I'll have to seek out an alternative or find that one as well.
Prior to Everton, flight level 150, cone 14.
There we are.
Alpaca 75, 10 descent 9000, QNH 1024. 10, now you're down to QNH 1024, Alpaca 7510.
Try to recognise the voices. I've heard Josiah plays a few times on frequency.
402 Brisbane Centre, climb to flight level 350. Flight level 350, Jetstar 402. Alpaca 10 Tango, contact me 130 base.
10 Tango Tango, that's 2 tons. Wait, didn't you say you're not participating?
130 doesn't look Alpaca 10 Tango Tango.
Oh, I thought that was 2 tons. No, 2 tons is 2 Tango Lima, isn't it? There we are. Sim, I was landing just as you departed. Yes, had a few technical issues. Right, let's start setting up for this RMP authorization required approach anyway. So, forecast, fetch the winds. 10, that's it, having stores 10 Tango Tango. Seriously dark out there, no moon or stars, I think so. Gosh, sorry guys. Yeah, and that is, to be fair, how dark it looks when there's no moon. Also, you can see the stars. I can see them. It's probably not rendering them in the streaming software, but yeah, it's dark out there. Let's load the winds. QNH 1024. Well, big change in wind between 35,000 feet and 200.
475.
Great. Runway. Oh gosh, another discontinuity again. What's happened here? I thought I sorted all this out. Right, where we go here? Indy, where are you? Rooney, Fickle, Chuck, Kerry. Onto the Yankee. Right, then it's the authorization required. There we go. Not sure what happened there, but anyway. That's looking better. Fickle, Chuck, Kerry, and then we're on to the authorization required approach. So the start, not much to mention here. There's some restrictions at. Oh, actually, we're not flying much of this now, are we? Where's Ban? Oh gosh. So after Banda, we're going to Vesok. Ah, there we are. Vesok's here. Vesok direct to. Oh, I've accidentally removed this arrival. Oops. So I need to put. Hold on. Vegar. Banda Vesok. Vesok. I've removed Vegar and Inda. It's a good job I spotted that. It's coming up to Banda. Now what's happened? Hey. Right. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. So we've got Vesok, Bernie. I don't want to go to Bernie. I want to go to Vegar. Right, let's bring that Vesok to the top.
You're entering Mike 661.
Oh, it's
now, just I need your clarification on your operation. So you haven't said or Mike 661.
Okay. Vesok, Vega, Idna, Bernie. It's a good job we checked this. Eldux 9000, Vansu 7000, Rooney 5000, Fickle, Crook, Chuck, Kerry, Sailor, Naked, Idney. But we want to go after Kerry to these waypoints now. I've done a thing onto the runway. Happy days. That was hard. As you say, good job you checked it. That's why we checked it. There we are. Hello, Keith Jazz. Greetings all. Long time no view. Haven't simmed myself for 6 months. Just real life getting away. How's your fatherhood, Captain? Thank you very much, Keith Jazz, for popping in. That's normal. I think a lot of you guys sometimes have a break or have a lot of things going on in their lives. All is good. Fatherhood is still treating me well. Hard work for treating us both well. And 1 year old our daughter will be next month. 1 year old. Plans are afoot already for her birthday. Yeah, amazing. So, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Right, we've checked all the routing now. There's discontinuities. A telephone number, and the rest is all coded correctly. So, just want to go from Kerry here, basically.
124.
Okay, 250 below 100's in. Let's look at this.
Caution 75 Alpha Uniform, contact me 134.2, expect start.
134.2, Roger. Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform.
Sky 13260, contact City Approach 124.4. Approach 124.
Yeah, multiple frequencies being used.
Thank you very much, and have a good night, too. Class 237, turn right, turning 260, descent to 6,000.
Just check in and we'll briefly continue briefly the arrival.
Jetstar 488, contact me 133.15. Expect start. 133.15, Jetstar 4.
Busy, busy.
United 87 approved, stand 133.
United 70, get that.
Star 488, level 360 and request 1.
Try and check in when we can.
Jetstar 488, centre, clear to Kipu to arrival, runway 30, and when ready, descent level 290.
Okay, Kipu 230, when ready, 290, ready off me. Jetstar 4.
Melbourne Centre Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform on 134.2.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, Brisbane Centre, clear to come. Correction Bernie for Yankee arrival, runway 14. When ready, descent level 130.
When ready, descent flight level 130, cleared on the Bernie 4 Yankee for runway 14 Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. So when ready, descent flight level 140.
5,400, cleared out approach, runway 35.
It's very slow to rotate this. Oh. That's set. And we selected the Bernie 4 Victor. Okay, it is what it is. Bernie 4 Yankee. This all again. The VSOC transition. Execute. Right. Deselect the 4 Victor. Select the 4 Yankee. Did I just see a fighter jet on there as well? Let's check this one more time. VSOC, Vega, Idna, Bernie, Edlux, Vansu, Rooney, Fickelchuk, Kerry, onto the point merger arrival. Perfect. Oh, I've accidentally moved the camera. Great. So that's all checked again. So, sort of simplified routing. On to the RMP Yankee authorization required. So authorization required approaches. Need approval to fly them. Our approach, we can't just fly authorization required approaches. You need specific authorization for each airport, which we confirm in the airfield briefing and ops manual. So airports we use it for. Some of the islands in Crete where they have circle to lands, but they've been coded into the FMC via the company a sort of El Navina with authorization required. Madeira, we have authorization required for the approaches into Madeira as well. So there's no frequencies to tune because it's an RMP approach. You just need to be dual FMC. Obviously, you'll need authorization from the airline, not the airline, the country's authorization, aviation authority. So I'm guessing that's CASA. Seeing here it says the chart for CASA approved operators only, which Alpaca Airways is. Course is 139. Oh, look, I'm using my mouse again. 139 set. We've got a mandatory height at Charlie Golf 004 and a speed of 160 knots. This is obviously going to take you onto a short final here, so I'll make sure we comply that by double checking the FMC. So we've got Charlie Golf 004, 2045 hard, and these are all hard altitudes. Check the path. 3.05 degrees, 3.05 degrees. The heights then, Charlie Golf 045, 3,300. We've checked the 004 point, Charlie Golf 332, onto the final approach track. And the idea is El Navina, just leave it in, configure accordingly, and it will position you perfectly laterally or vertically onto the final approach. That's the whole idea of these approaches. So we're happy with the coding. We'll just put fixings in for situation awareness, and this will help us work out when to configure. It's a nice evening. I've not really looked at the weather in detail, double check it here. Yeah, winds from the south, 10k, scattered clouds, 25 degrees, QNH 1024, so it's a really nice evening. So, looking at the fix rings then we've put in, we can work out when to configure for this approach. There we are. So look at this, goes right onto a 4-mile final. So really, we need to be flat 5, flat 10 by Charlie Golf 045. Turning base, Charlie Golf 004. I'm going to use this point, which is the final approach fix, to configure gear down flat 15. And then I'll select the landing flat prior to Charlie Golf 332. The landing distance here is 2,500 metres. Most likely. We could probably try Delta for ATC. You'd have to definitely go flat 40. So I might try that. Otherwise, I can go to the end via Kilo. But I'll help ATC and plan for Delta. So we're happy with the coding and the configuration. The minimums then, we'll use my operator's approval of RMP 0.3, which is 530 feet. We don't need to add any increment to this because it's a DA, decision altitude. So we'll set 530 feet there, standing bug. Minimums just getting set now. Oh, nearly 3 feet off, 530 feet. RVR required is visibility of 2,800 metres. So, when we fly any RMP approach, operator, we also do a double brief to sort of confirm how we do it. We brief how we're going to fly as part of the flight, and then we have a checklist. So, essentially, we check the QNH and minimums independently set 1024 at 530 feet, which Jim has set to. Check any cold temperatures. If it's below 0, we have to make adjustments to altitudes prior to the FAF. Configuration sequence I reviewed when I'm going to drop the gear and flaps. Modes, we'll use LNAV and VNAV. Actions with visual. On final, we'll disconnect. Because the runway point is coded, you don't need to turn the flight directors off or recycle them. They'll take you all the way down to touchdown. If we're not visual, we'll fly the missed approach. And that missed approach is climb on track 139 to Charlie Golf 151 to 3,000 feet. MSA is a little bit higher over land at 5,100, so we'll stay to the east of the missed approach track. So any RMP approach, we have to make some additional checks. We make sure that the crew are qualified, the RMP approach is qualified. We'll imagine we have the authorization to fly this. Go to progress page 4. Here you'll verify the RMP approach category. Currently routed to Vega on the 4 Yankee arrival, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, just check your star there and proceed right, direct Bernie to join.
Sorry about that, yeah, Star, Vega, Idna, Bernie I see, but I'll now redirect to Bernie, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. Sorry about that. That's what I was cleared on, wasn't it? Bernie 4 Yankee, Vega to Idna. Or was I cleared direct to... Oh no, I was cleared direct to Bernie before, wasn't I? Sorry. I think I might have screwed that up. Right, just work on descent management here for a second. So we have common VNAV working well here. Now it will command a speed of decimal 78, no higher, 273 knots. So once the aircraft sort of stabilised in descent, I'm going to start extending the speed brake. Yes. My order funnel is disconnected and I have asymmetric thrust. Thanks, Seaman. So speed brake's now extended. That path should come up quite quickly. I'm confused now. I was cleared on the arrival, but I think we were given a clearance to Bernie before. So obviously fly the aeroplane whilst you're setting up a briefing, you know, priority is always that. But we're in VNAV speed, because we're in common VNAV, this will revert to path once we've captured it. Being a bit late. Just keep the speed brake out. We're converted to maintain an indicated airspeed of 273 knots now. It's just pitched up slightly to comply with that speed, because it's prioritising the speed at the moment, not the path. Path will come back now though, with the speed brake extended, so it's more drag than expecting. And then we'll carry on briefing the RMP approach and how we're going to fly it. We just have to make some additional checks if it's an RMP approach. I think our clearance previously was to route direct to Bernie, which does cut out the arrival. I can go to 25 degrees, which I forgot to set. Here comes path, so what we could do now is the aircraft is prioritising the path, not the speed. I'll slowly slow the speed brake, because this path is designed to be an idle thrust to maintain 273 knots. knots.
Just 412 Brisbane, take aim, climb to follow 35.
Great, perfect. Where did we get to? So,
350, just
check the progress page 4 for the RMP capability of 0.3, which we have. And the FMC glide path angle we checked within 0.1. We have a vertical limitation as well, but we'll make sure it'll be enough for the approach. So when we're flying on the approach, we have to verify that the maximum altitude difference at the final approach fix is 100 feet between the altimeters, maximum vertical deviation. Here, once we're on the approach, it is plus or minus 75 feet. It's quite a tight limit. Shows 50 feet here, I guess that's for a lower RMP. And then below 1,000 feet, it's always been plus or minus 75 feet. The maximum cross-check area is allowed is half of the RMP. So 0.3 maximum if this is 0.15 on the approach. There we are. So that's essentially all the checks we have to do for an RMP. Otherwise, it is using LNAV, VNAV and just monitoring the energy, which the aircraft is struggling to maintain speed for. But that can happen in real life if the wind is a little bit stronger than forecast. So again, we'll just introduce a little bit of speed brake to maintain our target speed of 273 knots. Right, landing performance then. Oh, I can barely see the screen. No, so we're going to use flat 40 landing to try to vacate at Delta. Weather conditions I'll have to copy across. It'd be great if we could fetch this from the METAR. 1906.
Looking for traffic descent, Port Macquarie.
Temperature 23. 1024. That's all entered. Bristol with 2.3 tons, arriving with 3.7, so plenty of fuel. Burning 300 kilos before landing. Landing weight's going to be 63.3, and this is said we're going to go flat 40. Let's just check the performance. Headwind component 5 knots, view plus 5. There we are, flat 40 order brake 3 is 1700 metres, unfactored. Oh, I can't scroll this in, there we are. That should be good enough for Delta, as long as I don't float too much, otherwise we go to the end, so then we'll taxi on to stand. On speed now, so I can stow the speed brake. Happy days. Yeah, the wind changed because we had a very... the tailwind decreased quite quickly to 20 knots there, so that's probably explains the speed deviation. Right, we've covered everything for the RMP approach. Let's see how it works. Hand over control, do the descent checklist. Cool stuff.
Alpaca 75 after uniform descent by star 9000 QNH 1024.
Send by the star 9000 feet QNH 1024 Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. So 9000 feet is checked, set QNH of 1024, passing 22,000 feet for 9000 feet. Standby altimeter is set.
5400, maintain 300 knots on descent.
Should probably turn my light off in here because it's very bright on the MCP cam. Hold on. Oh, that's a bit more realistic now. Look, I don't think the camera's very good at picking up the backlighting there. Turn my office light on instead. That'll do. Just keep an eye on the indicator there. So we're not on any speed control from ATC, so you know we don't mind if the speed trickles slightly off your target speed. It's just something to monitor. If you're under direct speed control, though, you need to control the speed a little bit more directly. But in fact, we're just going about 12-13 knots faster. The only message you're going to get is drag required in the FMC. Pop up eventually. Just monitor.
Cafe 139 on Brisbane, set takeaway cleared. 4E4 Alpha arrival, runway 3 left.
It's been ages since we've done a night flight, I'm sort of glad we did, but in a way it would be nice to see the coastline of Australia as well. But what I like about X-Plane map enhancement, you can just launch X-Plane without it, you don't need to drag anything out your custom scenery folder. .10 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. I'll get a date for you for April for our group flight, guys, as well. Okay, let's pop on the seatbelt sign. Just over 15 minutes till landing. Here we go.
Jetstar 402, contact me 134.2, expect start.
Sam, sorry, I'm just looking at your comment. I'm just scrolling up there. Missed that. With latest point to method, are the flap settings and speeds a definite configuration, or can you vary as needed? Are you talking about at the briefing stage? So, sort of when I was mentioning when to drop the gear and flaps. So I think that's what you're referring to. So yeah, it's a plan. So when I mentioned on this arrival that we'd, you know, oh, the 4 and 10 mile rings got you. So my operator, 4 and 10 mile rings, they are the latest point at which to configure flat 1 for the 10 mile ring and get out flat 15 as well. And on the perfect day, nice weather, energy state of the aircraft's appropriate, we would plan to configure at those points there. For any non-precision approach, the pilot flying can adjust the configuration point as desired. Same on an ILS. If you've got a stonking tailwind, a high gross weight, you're planning a flat 40 landing, it would be probably not the best idea to configure at 4 miles of VMC, because you're going to be very close to the landing gate. Especially in the 737, the flat 40 speeds, the maximum flap extension speeds are quite slow. So 162, typically, especially at our gross weight today, we'll most likely need to use flap 25 or 30 as an intermediate flap setting to ensure that we can get below 162 knots before selecting flap 40. So it's a plan, basically. So I did it on the line every day. Speeds managed nicely, controls good, weather's favourable. We'll drop the gear and flaps at 4 miles. VMC 5 miles in IMC.
For Yankee arrival runway 14, can I get one to...
Good question, good question.
Jetstar 402, one ready.
Again, speed's just trickling away. The mod generally is quite good at molding speed, as is the real aircraft, but in...
75 off the uniform, contact Brisbane approach 123.5.
123.5, Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. I need to get my radio tuning panel working, but one thing about Logitech, changed my topic here completely, they don't update their software, so the stuff doesn't work in X-Plane 12 by default now, or Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. You need plugins and things, and you can still buy this radio tuning panel new. It's a shame, really. I wasn't concentrating there at all. Did I press the button? 123.5, I did. Brisbane approach, good evenings, Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, descending to 9,000 feet, 1024, inbound to Vansu.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, Brisbane approach, good evening, descend via star 4,000, runway 14.
So now altitude 4,000 feet, expect the RMP Yankee approach, Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Stepped on him there, 4,000 feet checked. So I'm just going to use a little bit of speed brake here because the decel point's coming up, and the green decel dots are based on the fact that you're doing the correct speed, so just get back onto our target speed here. Sam, yeah, always sort of confused me, but that makes sense. Always tend to configure early in the sim, but that's probably me being cautious. And absolutely, the same in real life. Yesterday, for example, on the line check, one of the things I mentioned to the first officer, we're flying into our destination. Beautiful day, speed was nicely managed, a non-precision approach, quite a simple non-precision localizer only approach, and they dropped the gear at 6 miles. You know, it's not prohibited or anything like that, and absolutely fine, but you know, I just mentioned what was the reasoning before dropping the 60. They said, oh, it's a high workload non-precision approach. I said, you know what, that's absolutely fine, but it's absolutely acceptable to sort of extend it, but if you know, whatever makes you comfortable, but it's more efficient for the operation, etc, etc. So look, you drop the gear there. I'll probably drop it a bit sooner today, you know, see how this approach works, but we'll have to go from there. Anyway, look, on speed brake stowed, passing 10,000 for 4,000 feet post cruise check. So fuel 4 pumps we have on board, just under 4 tons. Lights, logo, angular bank is set to 25 degrees, pressurization set, belts on, recall, checks complete. We'll turn on MCP cam. which will take us all the way to the approach, and I can select the... Oh gosh, I don't think I've configured any of this here. It might not work, but I'll try to get up Gold Coast here so we can monitor our approach. Yankee Bravo, Charlie Golf.
400 Brisbane approach, good evening.
Yeah, I've not configured Navigraph in this, so sorry guys. So MCP cam, I need to configure it because I can't bring... If I select it, I can't bring up the charts, but it's alright, we'll leave that up there so we can monitor it. Good, so let's see if we can see the airport. There's a few scattered clouds, but I think we've got a little gap there to see the airport here. Sidestep Steve, you're interrupted by a speedboat taxi on standard Gold Coast. How rude. How rude. Anyway, looking good. We'll monitor our performance on the star. We don't have any speed restrictions coming up apart from Kerry. 210 knots between 3,300 and 6,000 feet. No nav aids to tune really here. There's none on the approach chart at all, so I've left it blank. It's RP approach anyway. A little bit of tailwind, downwind. I have to say the mod last time I've flown it's flown at very accurately on nav and VNav here. Go to progress page 4 now so we can monitor the performance on the approach. You can see here no cross-track error, bag on the magenta line, deviations always within a few feet. Side tipsy, I hope that speedboat wasn't on the runway. Turn down the lighting slightly as it's night time. Oh yeah, Jim, you can have your stand up.
400 descent via star 4000.
Descent via star 4000 and also Costa 6400.
No, it looks really nice at night time still, X-Plane. It's like a giant ship there, that's really cool. There's a lot of ships now in X-Plane.
No worries, runway 14, expect the ILS approach.
Expect ILS runway 14, Costa 6400.
So I'll advise approaching Kerry, which is the beginning of the RMP Yankee approach. Coming up to a decel point as well. Yeah, this would be, if you're being vectored to a 10 mile final, this would be very low for this altitude, but straight in. Josiah, you only got a 9.82 because of your average landing. Average.
Alpaca 75, Alpha Uniform descent via star 3,300, clear RP Yankee approach runway 14.
Descent 3,300 feet up to Kerry, cleared for the RMP Yankee runway 14, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. Great, so 3,300 feet is the minimum altitude from Kerry, but because it's cleared us to the arrival, we can step down. So after 1 mile before Charlie Golf 045, I'm going to call that my descent point. You can do it 2 miles before the FAF, or whatever descent point you want. So 2 miles before Charlie Golf 045, we'll set 600 feet, verify VNav PAF speed intervals. Ooh, a bit of rain. Where'd that come from? 21 degrees, no engine anti-ice required. That wasn't any rain on the forecast, or is that meant to be as if I'm in a cloud? You can hear it on the windscreen. A little bit of light turbulence as well. So, very light. I love the ships in the bay, that looks so cool. It's oil or gas boat, isn't it? Edo greased it into Sydney. Wonderful. Alright, speed checked, flap 1. Speed into vent, I've opened the speed window. And you know what, I'm going to go straight to flap 5. A little bit late selecting flap 5. It's max 210 knots at K, which I've just about complied with, and we'll bug the flap 5 speed. So 2 miles before this waypoint, we'll call it approaching descent. Airport's just there off our left. There it is. There's a few alpacas on stand. Do I need to be handed over to tower here? I do. That's Brisbane Tower. Just getting the... Oh gosh, not sure actually. I think this guy's clearing to land here as well, isn't he? Speed below 210 knots, flap 10, bit of a tailwind here, and approaching descent. So 600 feet. VNAV path speed into vent. See how Zebo does with this RMP authorization required approach. And then check the altitudes. Track required is fine. Vertical deviation perfect. Cross track carriers within 0.15. And then we modest that on the descent.
That's 478, runway 14, expecting
187, yeah, I don't want a late handover. That's all.
Alpaca 75, Alpha Uniform, contact Gold Coast Tower, 118.7, good day.
118.7, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. Same to you, bye. Gold Coast Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. We're on the RMP Yankee runway 14, turning base.
Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform, Gold Coast Tower, good day.
Perfect. So again, monitoring the performance. Next charted altitude, Charlie Golf 004, maximum 160 knots. So we're going a little bit fast. So I'll drop the gear and flaps now. Gear down, flap 15, match speeds. Landing checks to flaps. Star switch is continuous. Recall checked. Speed brake. Arm green light. Landing gear down 3 green. Auto brake set to 3. Holding flaps. Speed check flap 25. Maximum speed, remember Charlie Golf 004 is 160 knots, and that's really important. If you over speed at this point, it might overshoot the turn. So it's got to fly this incredibly accurately. Again, monitoring the cross-track area, make sure it doesn't exceed 0.15, it's 0.01. And I'll just delay the landing flap until we're sort of established on final. There we are, now turning inbound to Charlie Golf 332. Set final approach track 139.
How's the proximity, please?
There's the airport, there's the runway. This will take you all the way to final.
75 Alpha Uniform, the winds are 190 degrees, 6 knots, runway 14, clear to land.
We're 14 clear to land, Alpaca 75 Alpha Uniform. So we'll select flap 40 at around 1200 feet. We've got plenty of time. I'll just drop the gear and flaps to comply with that speed restriction.
Sorry, what's your proximity?
Qantas 138, my apologies, 123.
3 whites. By the time we get on final, it'll be 2 reds, 2 whites. Credit to Zebo, absolutely brilliant. Flown this fantastically. These are so great for practicing unfamiliar approaches. Look at the lighting as well in the sim. Right, speed check, flap 40, match speeds. Top of the white bar, don't forget to set the missed approach altitude. 3,000 feet set. Flaps, we have... Thanks Jim, 40 green light. Lights on, check this complete, clear to land, and it's put me perfectly on approach. And you can use the automation right down to minimum usage height for a single channel approach, which is 158 feet in the NG. Brilliant. There we go. Disconnecting. And we can leave the flight directors in. There's my click on my MCP. So about 62% to maintain 144 knots today. Brilliant. Nice steady headwind component, no excuses today.
500.
Gosh, I hope my reverser bindings are set correctly. Checked. Oops, 3 whites creating.
Minimum.
Continue. No, 1,000 feet per minute.
400.
Now we are back on path.
$300.
Lovely and smooth, hardly any thrust changes needed at all. 3 whites again.
200.
Check. Trees, they seem a bit low. Or high trees. Oops. Right, 4 whites at this stage, okay, just make a little subtle correction.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on. Oh, guys, you see that? You see that? Don't forget the nose wheel, though. Speed brakes up. I think that was the exit idea, though. 100 knots, 80 knots. Going up. Manual braking. 60 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gold Coast. What a butter.
Sector 75 Alpha Uniform, make filter on the left if you can make it. Contact ground 121.8.
121.8 will make Foxtrot Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Bye.
See you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
You too, sir. Bye. Oh, I didn't make... this is Foxtrot Delta. I thought you said Foxtrot. Well, we made it here. Great! Bit of a floaty, but we're down and ground to 121.8. Should have pre-tuned that, no biggie. There we are. Gold Coast ground, hello. It's Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, vacated runway 14 at Delta.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, welcome to Gold Coast. Do you have a day of preference?
Or you could choose that one. Thanks, Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform.
Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform, Norris, taxi Delta to Bay 6.
Taxi Delta for Bay 6. Alpaca 75 Alpha uniform. Straight ahead then, basically.
And all stations, Goldie information.
Next left then, right onto Delta. Perfect.
7 knots, QH 1025. Information, Julia.
Oops, don't turn the taxi light off, we're still taxiing. So next left is... Here, the right, Bay 6 is literally there. Start the APU. Very nice. Zebo, amazing. The only issue was on departure with the climb in VNAV. It was a slightly high rate of climb, but the LNAV VNAV, you know, that's hard to program and to get it to fly that accurately. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. Right. 6 right, flaps up. Number 6 is in the middle here. Out off, trim is reset. Auto brake off, flight directors. 3100. Have I gone past number 6 already? I have. I did reset the MCP as well. There we are, on stand 6 we go. I need to get that plug-in back in, the one where it helps guide you taxiing. And anti-ice is off, recall. There we are, checks complete. It's been about 3 minutes since we landed. Shutdown engine number 2. Perfect. And idle. Oh gosh, I'm taxiing very far into the stand bay. I think it must be the scenery box of Flight Simulator. That will do us today. Perfect. Parking brakes set, APU's available. 2 blues, 1 red, engine's dead. N2 reducing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gold Coast. Like local time, what is it now? 20 past 8? No, 20 past 7. Clocks change here, don't they? Amazing. Transit shutdown flow then. So, voice recorder on. Isolation valve open. Cabin crew doors to manual. Cross check. 2000 standby. And we'll verify that the N2 is below 20% on engine number 1 and 2. 8:17 local. Sorry, Dave. I was moving an hour. That's okay. Anti-collision light off. New sky flight terminated, and we can now disembark, which I think it does automatically, I believe, with the ground services. I'm not so sure. We'll have to find out in a second. There we are. A little bit of cool car music on here. Let me just go to the disembarkation page. Oh, approach 4 stars. Yeah, I think it would probably be the 5-star. Dipped below the Pappies. 9 out of 10 stars. I'll take it. Is disembarkation in process? What does it wait for? I can't remember. Oh no, it's going. Look, buses are here. Stairs have arrived. Doors are open. Happy days. It's worked. Cool. Who's still here? And the Alpaca still on stand. It was a very quiet group flight here. We've got an Alpaca here, 7510. Thanks for coming in, guys, this time around anyway. A breakdancing 380. That's something I've not seen every day. Oh, there it is. Qantas 01. Oh, who remembers that a few years ago, that particular call sign and aircraft? Can this aircraft... No, this can't accommodate an A380 here, can it? Unbelievable. Right then, let's now see how we did on New Sky. I'm hoping a positive score. I'll close the flight together. Close flight. It's just impeccable performance. Can't teach it. 67 feet per minute, 1.17 G. No floaty. Didn't even give him my distance from the threshold. Amazing. I'll just keep that page up for the rest of the stream. No, I'm joking. Right, guys, wow, you've got a 1 in 10 chance of winning the giveaway today, because I think there was 19 participants. Very quiet group flight being the time of day it is, but let me get that set up here in the background regarding the giveaway. Where is my timer on my giveaway thing? No, not a timer. What am I looking for? The wheel of names, random picker. That's it there. So let me get that up so you can see it's not rigged in any way. Copying and pasting all participants of today's group flight. Let me now share my page. There we are. Sky advert for you all. There we go. So everyone's copied and pasted in directly from the group flight list in Discord. We'll roll it here. So guys, you can choose any flight sim voucher from any reputable store. Don't forget my partners at Contrail. You can get a further 10% off, so I'd highly recommend using them. Otherwise, if you want an X-Plane gift card, that's fine. From the UK, I have a few more additional options if you're from the UK with regards to Amazon gift cards or any other gift card from the UK as well. Anyway, let's roll it here. Oh no, I haven't got my window open for my congratulations winner page, but it's going to be a blank one. Look, so blank one. Congratulations. No winner. We're only going to do one prize now. I can remove all instances of black ones, which is good. So I'm just going to open now my soundboard, because I love doing that for the winner. Anyway, where's my soundboard here? We'll roll that whilst that's going on again. We'll now get the genuine first winner of the giveaway. That is going to be... Is it going to be me? Yeah! You saw it here first. I'm going to get myself a gift card. Super rig. Right, just one more. No, I'm joking. Roll it again. 2 rolls. Blank and flight at the sim. Removed. Right. Roll again. That is rigged. Right, here we go. We've got Sasha winning the first prize. There we are. Perfect. Flying Walnut 737, well done. You are the winner of the first giveaway. The randomizer is made by New Sky. Absolutely. Sasha, well done. I'll get in contact with Discord. The second winner, here we go, is going to be... Here we go. I'm not even sure who it is. It's Group 1! Group 1, Sydney to Gold Coast. Congratulations. Well done. I think I'll roll it again. Remove that instance. Oh my goodness me. There we are. Looks like we're going to have a winner now. It's going to be Ruben Zurich. I think I recognise that there. Congratulations, Sasha and Ruben Zurich. Everyone's a winner. Good one. Oh, Diffie, dearie me. That's definitely an interesting roll this month. There we are then. We've got 2. Sasha and Ruben, you were the first 2 actual people, apart from myself, that were rolled out here today. So there we are. Fantastic. Thank you very much for all of you that participated today. Congrats to Ruben and Sasha. And yeah, it was a quiet one, of course, but thank you so much. A lot of you guys are in Europe. In Josiah plays, and even 2 Tons, I think he was having a few issues, gave up in the end. But thank you for your participation at the weekend at an unfavourable time. I really appreciate that. It just gives guys in other parts of the world an opportunity to participate, which they would typically usually be able to do. So very nice. Well done to all the controllers as well. Great service. Full ATC, fully staffed as well for the group flight, so I'll ping them a message to say thank you very much indeed. But yeah, very nice. Thank you as well for your patience. Not been around much this week because I've been incredibly busy at week, and it's looking like that's going to be the case for the next 2 blocks. I've got no standbys, but I do have some annual leave beginning of April, so I'll get a few extra streams planned in that time. Maybe blow the dust off the second channel, which hasn't had no stream in 9 months. But you know, as other parents here would know, managing a full-time job, family, friends, you know, priorities have to be sort of taken in that regard as well. It doesn't mean you guys are second, but it's going to be a little less capacity or time available to sort of be around. But don't hesitate to contact me via DM or tag me. I'm here at all times to answer your question. I always take the time most evenings or mornings, depending on my shifts, to jump on Discord and reply to what I can do. But yeah, we'll look at doing a stream maybe on Monday, possibly tomorrow night. We'll have to see. I haven't actually got anything sort of lined up regarding upcoming releases. Obviously Aerosoft released the A340 now. Might look at that again, but there's so many great aircraft to fly. I always sort of play it by ear and hear what you guys want to see. So there we are. We'll conclude things today. We'll log off of that sim. We'll try the new replay music and see how that sounds. I don't have anything after touchdown, so we'll just have to use this continued song until then. But let's give it a go. See how things will work. Just started it now. I quite like this. Feedback greatly appreciated. I've logged off of that sim. Oh, my shortcut for the replay's not working. I know why, because it also activates the FPS counter for Nvidia. I need to disable that. Let me just try and do that in the background here. Settings, shortcuts, remove Alt-R for statistics. There, none. Perfect, saved. Not now. So hopefully now I can start the replay. No, that's not working either. Let's just, I think you can do it here, can't you? Sorry about this, guys. Professional streamer here. How do you get the replay tool up? It's up here, isn't it, somewhere? I thought Alt-R was assigned, but it's not working. Flight. Replay mode. I found it. And I think hopefully Control-R will hide it. Yeah, there we go. Pro streamer. Different music. I'm not used to the funky replay music. Oh, I'm used to not having the funky replay music.
300.
I missed the funky replay music.
200.
Anyway, let's have a look at our landing. Can't see much at night, but nice flare. Held the action, little left rudder. Oh, that was superb. Oh, look at that, guys. I've said it before, I'm a modest man, but you just cannot teach perfection. That was textbook. We'll get the other music. Look at that, textbook. A little bit of chink of left rudder. Yeah, it's at night time, the music's great. That was just... yeah, it wasn't too bad. I was being a bit too harsh on myself, but that was textbook. There we go. Oh gosh. Very Tron. That was beautiful. There we are. Amazing. Well, let's use the wing view for the rest of the replay. Excellent. Oh, that's the end of the music. I might have to find an alternative. Let's play it one more time for now. That was very buttery. Looks great at nighttime, X-Plane. Fantastic. There we are, there's the point merge turn. I'll go from about there, it takes us to about a 4-mile final. Awesome stuff, guys, well there we are. Another group flight completed, 75th group flight, unbelievable number. Let's keep going. Great to be back in Australia again, great ATC. David, thank you so much for that cheat sheet for everyone to use as well, that was very useful. I mean, I even used it, so thanks for your time in that one. But as ever, thank you very much for your continued support as members, it's greatly appreciated. I'll be around this weekend and the next few days on my days off, we'll get some streams planned. But thank you very much for your contributions as members, greatly appreciated. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Cheerio!